a few years ago when I realized that my heart never quite felt full. It didn't matter how much self-care I did, how many vacations I took, how many times I took time off to get a pedicure or do something for myself. I still had like a hole in my heart that never quite felt full. I always felt like I needed love from other people. I needed acceptance. I needed approval. I just didn't really truly love myself on a deep level. And I couldn't figure out why. And I continued for a long time with this mask of people pleasing and keeping really busy and going and going and going and just kind of shoving my feelings aside as I just push through, just keep going, just be positive. And finally, I just became completely exhausted and fell apart and hit a rock bottom, and my family fell apart and my marriage fell apart and everything just kind of exploded, imploded. It couldn't continue. And I really had to take a look at what was underneath that mask. Where was my true self-love? And I realized that I was running from these parts of myself that I actually didn't love, that hadn't experienced love, that I was ashamed of or hated or angry with, these parts of me that would come up. And I had been blaming these feelings on my spouse, mostly making him take the brunt. It's your fault I feel this way. I'm always mad at you. If you weren't around, I wouldn't be this way. I wouldn't be angry. I wouldn't be sad. And so it kept me going because I kept taking the blame and putting it onto my partner. But really, I learned that my feelings, my emotions, these little parts of me that show up, that sometimes act like children, they are a part of me. They are my wounded selves. They come from my belief systems that I gained as a little girl, like feelings are important. So we don't need to talk about feelings. So we just always, my mask for that belief was just be happy, just always be happy. And so I just kept going and going. And finally that mask didn't work anymore. And so it was quite a journey to go through this experience of discovering who I really am. What are these parts that I have been trying to run from? And where did they come from? Why do I have these beliefs? Why am I so angry? And really shifting the focus away from blaming, but really looking deeply within. And I discovered the process of loving your inner child. And I learned about my own inner children. And through that process, I really discovered on a deep, deep level, the God within me, that unconditional love, that never ending source from our higher power, from our creator that is full, that never depletes. And for the first time in my life, I felt whole and complete and loved no matter what was going on around me. So it was absolutely incredible. And I've been really diving in with this generational healing to teach others this process.